Good evening. It's time for some more card games. I had some fun last time with cards, the World War II collectible card game. And today we're going to be doing a deck builder, which is a format that I frankly prefer, because in a game like this, it's much more controlled as to what cards you can have, and you're not playing against somebody else. And as a fairly non-competitive person by nature, I enjoy that much more. Anyway, let's switch over. And we'll get to figure out what Ascension I'm currently at and how much more I have to go. Set the capture. Cool. Looks like it's working. And I will unmute game audio. Great. Looks like we are getting everything the way it's supposed to be. Here we go. So, let's see where I am with each of these characters. Oh, not very far at all, as it turns out. My best Ascension on PC appears to be with Defect. Let's see how high I can get with Ironclad. Because I'm on level 1. I can definitely go higher than that. On my mobile account for this game, I am up to Ascension 8 or 9 with most of them, and I think I'm over 10 with Silent. I'm really good with Silent. But compared to the others, I mean. I like that tech a lot. Ironclad is a little bit harder for me to work out what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so right off the bat, we have this choice. And usually removal is good because your starting deck is bad. Random common relic I'm not too excited about. Most of the common relics are not the best. 24 damage to transform 2 cards. That's tempting. 2 random cards from this deck could potentially be good. Probably any random card in this deck is better than Strike, unless maybe it's Clash. And losing the starting relic, I think, is probably not a great idea. I think, particularly at very low Ascension, I can afford to lose 24 health. So we will transform 2 strikes, and I got 2 pretty good cards, Flame Barrier and Feel No Pain. Feel No Pain means this wants to be an exhaust deck, which is easy to do for red. Now let's look at the path. We're fighting Hexaghost, so I'm gonna need to be able to block a bunch of damage on turn 2 or tank it, and then deal enough damage before turn 6 such that I don't die. That's what that boss tests you on. I have a few different options for merchants here. Since this is a low-level run, I can very easily go for elites if I want, particularly if I can find a path where there's a rest beforehand. It seems like this path looks like I'll be able to get 2 elites with a rest here. I miss both shops if I do it that way. Oh, I can turn right here, though. I can even have 3 elites if I'm doing very well by that point. We'll see. It is probably better for me to take fights rather than question marks early on, because I will deal enough damage to be able to defeat the easy hallway fights. But I'm not gaining so much out of question marks right now. Okay, so I think block, block, strike. Flame barrier arriving when I don't need it. But I got bash, which is good enough. Oh, bash again. That's 12. And then another 9 is 21. Not quite enough to kill this turn. That's unfortunate. Next hand is going to be strike, strike, flame barrier. Debating whether I bash strike or bash defend. I think I probably bash defend. Because next turn I'll be able to deal 18 damage and kill, so I can save 5 HP by doing that. It is nice that I knew exactly what my last hand is going to be. That's a big part of how you win this game, is understanding what cards are coming, when they're coming, and how they can help you. So I have two different options to exhaust things here. True Grit exhausts a random card, but once you upgrade it, it exhausts a chosen card, and that's a lot better. Havoc, I think, is the worst exhaust option for this deck. Playing a random card from the top of your draw pile is usually not what you want. Wild Strike is pretty good, but I don't have any way to exhaust the wounds yet, so I'm going to go with True Grit for now. Against these guys... If I bash, it'll then curl up and I'll be left with 4 health on it. My next hand is likely to have 2 strikes. I think I can strike here and then double defend. And now, next turn, I kill this with 1 strike, and then the other one I just deal with later. The worst it can do to me is hit me for 5. There we go. And in fact, I can return damage with Flame Barrier here. That makes this a little easier. Just play 3 strikes and now I win. Nice. And we're already creeping back up on the health that I gave up to get those cards. Duplication Potion is really good. Happy with that. Clash is bad. This is, like, actively a terrible card. I would prefer to have a strike in my deck than to have this in my deck. We've got Havoc again. I don't think Havoc's that good. And we have Flex. I pretty often take Flex because usually... it almost never hurts to have this in your deck. Usually Ironclad wants more damage output and more efficiency in terms of spending points, or spending energy. And Flex is a 0 energy card, which usually helps you. And if I end up getting Corruption, then Flex will exhaust itself, and that will further play into my strategy. So we're going to go with Flex, and hopefully I don't regret that. Now, do I take 3 more hallway fights, or do I take 1 hallway fight and 2 question marks? Or 2 question marks and 1 hallway fight before the elite? I think I like this middle path. We'll take 1 of these. This is definitely worth it for my character to do. Ooh, I got it first try, and it's Toxic Egg. Oh man, this is already going to be a great run. Toxic Egg immediately upgrades any skill I put into my deck. So now all my skills are going to be great. Which means I might not want to exhaust them, after all. Pretty minimal value there from Flex, but that's fine. With these guys, their damage ramps, so I think I want to bash Strike here. I get Flame Barrier next turn, so I can definitely block him. Yeah, now he shows 9. This is not a great hand, unfortunately. I have Flex, and what I'd really like to do is Bash Strike. How much damage will they deal if I do that? We're going to Flex in any case, because why not? It'll show me the calcs. So that's 15 plus 12, 27. Oh, yeah, okay, that kills. Good. Thanks, Flex. Out of these cards, I think the one that makes the most sense is Cleave. Currently, my deck doesn't have any way to deal damage to multiple enemies at once, which is a thing that you often need to be able to do, and Cleave is a pretty efficient means of doing that. Heavy Blade is sometimes okay, because it combos well with Strength, but that depends on me at this point, that depends on me having both this card and Flex in the same hand, which I have no way to guarantee, so I'm not sure that's so good. Ooh, Golden Idol. That's excellent. Can I take damage for it? I can. Actually, I'm going to lose that max HP here. Because 20 damage is a lot, and I'm about to fight an elite. And I can spare it with max HP 80 right now. Okay. Of these cards, the elites I could fight would be Gremlin, Nob, Lagavulin, and Sentries. Against Sentries, I have Cleave. That's helpful. And also Flame Barrier is good against Sentries. Feel No Pain is also really good against Sentries. I'm probably hoping for a Sentries fight, actually. I'm not particularly good against Lagavulin, I don't think. Maybe I'm okay against Gremlin Nob. I do have Bash. Bash helps a lot against Gremlin Nob. Frankly, Bash also helps a lot against Lagavulin. Maybe that's the one that I want to upgrade here. Because the difference between 2 vulnerable and 3 vulnerable is surprisingly meaningful. Gives you an extra turn of bonus damage. Which you really need a lot of the time as Ironclad. If it's not Bash, what is it? I don't think Feel No Pain upgrade helps here. Flame Barrier is a good upgrade. 16 block is a lot. The increased block return would again be useful against Sentries, but I'm already pretty good against Sentries, I think. True Grit is also a useful one, because then I can choose what card I exhaust. That's not necessarily something I care so much about against Sentries. I don't think either of the other two will inflict, like, debuff cards on me. They won't, like, hurt my deck. I think I'm upgrading Bash. Alright, let's see what we got. It is Sentries. Okay, well, that's going to be pretty good for us. And I drew Cleave immediately with Flex. Well, I think this is a good opportunity to use Duplication Potion, then. So we're going to Flex, and then Duplicate, and Cleave twice. Then I'll play Feel No Pain, and smack the weakest sentry. I'd probably kill the outer sentry here next turn, which is really good. Killing that turn 2 is tops. Shoot, not quite. That's unfortunate. Let's do Flame Barrier and a strike. I will now kill this guy next turn, at least. I only take 4 damage. That's not terrible. Ooh, we cleave again. Awesome. Even more efficient. And Bash now deals 10 damage, so I can just tank this 9 and just kill him. Let's do that. I'm not getting damaged next turn. Yeah, I think I was correct in my estimation that this deck is pretty good right now against sentries in particular. That was probably my best matchup. Toy Ornithopter is interesting. That encourages me to be using potions a lot, which is not terrible. I'm now being offered Havoc, but it's free. And also Infernal Blade. Infernal Blade might be okay. Honestly, I don't really like any of these options. I don't think I need any of these cards particularly. I'm just going to skip it. I don't think any of those cards particularly helps my deck. Let's go ahead and get another hallway fight. I think we're pretty good at hallway fights right now. We're going to make the slime vulnerable. This thing doesn't have a whole lot of HP, so I can kill it quickly once it becomes a problem. There's a kill, and then I don't in fact full block because I'm weakened. Oh well. Or frail, rather. Now I full block. Because I still don't kill. Oops. The priority right now in choosing new cards is to add more attacks to my deck. I currently have decent skills, but I don't have good attacks. Armaments is not good for this deck because I have Toxic Egg, so a lot of my cards are going to be upgraded anyway. Fire Breathing is sometimes helpful, but I don't think that's what I need right now. That would be really good if I was fighting Slime Boss, but I'm not. So maybe it's Whirlwind? Do I just have another cleave? Whirlwind is not a bad cleave. If I spend 2 energy on it, that is a little bit better than cleave. If I spend 3 energy on this, it immediately wipes out birds, which is good in Act 2. I think that Ironclad usually doesn't have a particularly good matchup against birds. That's a thing that you need to be able to deal with. Okay, we'll take this. I got Matryoshka. That's fine. And I have 200 gold right now. If I don't take this shop, I don't get another one, so let's go ahead and do that and see what I can buy. Oh, we have Orrery. Well, that's pretty hard to pass up, actually. Orrery is very strong. This just gives you 5 random card rewards. I think it's better than buying any of these cards directly, unless there's one that's really useful. Which, honestly, I don't think there is right now. If I was to get any of these, I guess it would be Carnage, but that's only because it's like a high damage attack. And out of these 5, I'm sure one of them will be like that. So, let's do it. My options are 3 good skills. Rampage and Reckless Charge. Reckless Charge is good. Probably going to take that. Wild Strike might be good. Clothesline is also pretty strong. Got that again. There's Carnage, so if I want that, I can totally get it. And here we have... Oh, Battle Trance is that's a good card. Usually, Ironclad kind of struggles with draw, and that's a good way to do it. Let's get Battle Trance. Of these, I think probably the one I want is Exhume. I will take Reckless Charge to get a Dazed in my deck. And I'll take Wild Strike. Kind of the same reason. And given that I've done all that, I don't think I need Carnage anymore. So I'm just going to skip this last one. I don't want my deck to become bloated. Because Ironclad doesn't have a ton of draw. I have some. Alright, so this will be either Gremlin Knob or Lagavulin. And against either of them, let's see. I have a lot of attacks in my deck at this point, so I think that I'm probably okay against Gremlin Knob. With Lagavulin, I don't have any setup, but that's fine, maybe? We'll see. What do we got? It's Lagavulin. Alright, well, the only setup I have is to make sure I get my power put up. Which I guess I will do next turn. Thanks, deck. No, I still didn't get it. Well, I'm glad that Lagavulin has the courtesy to wait for me. Actually, this is useful. I'm going to use Flex and then exhaust one of these cards. Good. Took out the strike. Alright, and now we can feel no pain. Finally. Took long enough. It feels kind of shitty not being able to take full advantage of this. I guess I can use the energy potion. Oh right, potions also heal me. Nice. So I get 2 more turns of bonus damage. That should help. Oh, and I can exhume. Yeah, okay. I will exhume Bash. Wait, what? Why did it exhume Strike? That, I don't understand what just happened there. That might have been an interface thing. Alright, we'll put up Reckless Charge. Oh, I should have flexed first. Oops. It's fine. Nobody saw that. Take 10, but that's like half his health gone. Oh man, I would really like to play Flame Barrier here. Let's play Battle Trance and see if I can get away with that. Yeah, I guess I can. Just play this for damage. I got 3 bonus block from the exhaust there. That's pretty cool. Okay. It is no longer vulnerable. You are almost certainly dead next turn. One would hope. 12 damage, that'll do it. Okay. I got Paper Frog, which makes vulnerable better. All right, well, I'm glad I upgraded Bash then. Oh, Power Through's pretty good. Let's do that. And here I'm going to take the rest, I think. Do I want to rest? If I don't rest, what do I upgrade? Upgraded Whirlwind is pretty good. The boss here could be the elite here could be Sentries again. I'm not 100% familiar with what a lot of Ironclad cards do. Like, I recognize some of them, but I do have to read these descriptions for the upgrades in particular. I'm not sure that Flex was a good choice. That Flex doesn't seem to be helping this deck all that much. Yeah, it seems like I should be able to choose the card from my exhaust pile. Oh, from my exhaust pile, not my discard pile. Oops, I misread that card. Yeah, okay. So that's fine. Fair enough. I currently only have one card that exhausts anything. I would like to fix that at some point. And currently, exhausting a random card is not great. So maybe I upgrade True Grit. It also gains more block. 9 block is decent. Let's do that. Oh, another shop. Alright, what do you got? I don't think I really need any of those cards. Metallicize is good, I guess. Oh, well, unfortunately I can't afford Fiend Fire, otherwise I would totally do that. Elixir is interesting. I don't know how much that would help. Do I maybe just card remove? Just take out another strike? That's probably good. Let's do that. Okay. Third elite fight. So we get them all. I guess we'll play Feel No Pain. Why not? That way I'll have at least some block against this guy. And then I'll play my other attacks. Haven't exhausted anything, so that's not helpful. Maybe I just want to play Whirlwind. No, I play Strike and then Whirlwind. So I'm blocking 3 there, that's nice. I think I flex. I don't need power through, which means I should play Battle Trance and try to get another attack. Good, I got it. Wild Strike will do. And now I hopefully win next turn. I draw 1 useless card, but that's fine. Okay, do I win? Yes, I win. Oh boy, we have Molten Egg and Toxic Egg. It's crazy. Oh, there we go. I have both attacks and toxic and skills coming in upgraded, but I'm doing neither because Dark Embrace just came up. Now exhausted cards replace themselves. And oh man, do I want to just Smith and upgrade that immediately? I think I do. I can probably win the boss fight with 23 health. This boss is unique in that it scales down its attack if you have low health. So yeah, I think I'm going to do this. Let's be super aggressive here. I do also have the speed potion, so I can press a panic button if I need to. Dark Embrace is kind of a nombo with Battle Trance, but it's okay, I guess. I think here... Do I just play Battle Trance? Maybe I play Wild Strike first, so that I can draw the wound out, potentially. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay, good. Those are some cards. I have no exhaust pile. That's fine. Okay, we're blocked. Terrific. This is why I said I'm not particularly scared of Hexaghost here. Flex. Reckless Charge. And I'm just going to Whirlwind. I don't even care about Defend here. I just want damage. I was about to say, it's unfortunate that I haven't drawn Bash yet. I'm taking Burns now, which is kind of unfortunate. Maybe I actually need to care about that. I will get three block from Dazed. So I'm taking 7 damage, down to 10, 8, down to 8. Okay, let's do it. Very hard to turn down 21 damage there. I have power through again. I think I play Defend, Cleave, Strike. Take 1 damage. That came at exactly the right time. It was a pretty strong attack this turn. True Grit finally gets value, because I can get rid of this wound. My draw pile currently has Flame Barrier as well. The next card I draw will be either Wound or Flame Barrier. Let's see. It was Flame Barrier? Okay, we're good. I mean, we're kind of good anyway, actually. I don't even need this. Yes, Kyle, it is. Also, hello. If I were to draw 4 more cards, one of them is a wound. The other 3 are from my discard. And could be a burn. Which would be bad. Yeah, okay, no. We're not going to do that. Although there's virtually no downside to playing Reckless Charge now, because because if I do that, then I can just play Battle Trance and draw 3 useless cards that then just get put into my discard pile. So I think maybe that's a good idea. Oh wait, no it's not, because he's currently got 12 block, so this doesn't actually do anything. I mean, I guess it's like it puts a card in my deck that's like a weaker defend that I don't have to play. But I don't get it till later? I don't know. I'm not sure how much I care about that. I think I'll just play Flame Barrier and deal 4 damage to him. Twice, actually. It was a double attack. Now I'm taking 10 damage. So Flame Barrier is necessary. That stinks. And am I dead? I might be dead. Nope, not dead. There's 20 block. And also I healed. Thanks, Ornithopter. It is possible to draw wound, burn, and then another wound if I play this, which would not be great. I'm just going to cleave, play it safe. It's arguably not what this deck is supposed to do, but whatever. Oh, I have Flex on the turn, then I get Whirlwind. That's cool. Can't make full advantage of it, though, because I need to play Defend in order to not lose. This is kind of down to the wire. A little bit closer than I'd like. Okay. Okay, so I need to play Battle Trance here. Because then I'll draw this burn, and I can then use True Grit to exhaust it. So now I'm up to 12 block. With this, I'll be at 15. So I'm protected right now. I don't need to play Power Through. I can't make use of Exhume right now. So I guess I'll just play Strike Defend. That's unfortunate. Not a terrific hand offensively there. Oh boy, double burn plus. And yeah, okay. I have no way to deal with that in this hand, unfortunately. So, unless I, like, lose, or unless I were to somehow manage to deal 48 damage with these two cards, this run is over. Oh boy. It is embarrassing to lose on Ascension 1, but I also did 3 elite fights and did not rest before this fight. Which was maybe not smart. Oh well. Let's play the deck that I actually like, which is starting on level 3, which will apply more elites, spawns, harder normal enemies, and harder elites. Alrighty. So Silent, I have a couple of good options here, actually. Random rare card is usually a good idea for Silent. A lot of Silent's rares are excellent. Often they are, like, deck strategy defining cards. Like, if I manage to get, what's it called, Corpse Explosion, for example, that just sets up what my deck is supposed to do, and then it's a matter of finding the cards that fit that theme. With this option, though, I could potentially snipe, so I'd get an elite kill for free. And that's just dependent on what the layout looks like. Okay, I theoretically can do that here, but that would depend on that would depend on all 3 of these not being a fight, which is unlikely. So I think that the random rare is better here. And I got Unload. I think Unload is pretty bad. You kind of have to play it last. But it does deal 14 damage, which is not nothing. Pure DPS is not one of Silent's strong suits, usually. So just having a card that deals a lot of damage is valuable. So what's my path here? There is a merchant near the end on both sides of this, which is a good thing. I prefer to go to a merchant later rather than earlier. Both because I'll have more money by then, and also because I'll have more of an idea of what I need. Along this path, I'd have 3 campfires here. But no elites, if I go for that. Which is maybe not the worst thing. Would I have an elite later? Let's see. Campfire, campfire, elite. Okay, yeah, I would at least get 1 elite fight. Okay, I think this is a reasonable path. So what Silent generally wants to do is play a lot of block cards, and in general play a lot of cards. The whole point of Silent is you draw a ton of cards, and you play a ton of cards. A lot of them are relatively inexpensive, and deal small amounts of damage quickly. This deck also has good damage over time. It's the only deck that does, because you have Poison as an option, and we'll see that. It has a pretty weak deck early on because it has an extra strike and an extra defend compared to all the other characters. Somebody's car alarm went off. Oops. But you do get Survivor to start with, which discards, but it also gains 8 block, which is really strong. I like Silent quite a lot. I think Silent's my favorite character in this game. She's not the most powerful of the four. That would be Watcher. But I don't particularly like playing as Watcher, actually. Okay, so if I get Dash, that basically makes me set as far as like high damage cards go for a while. The boss here is Slime Boss, so Cleave is useful, but none of these cards is Cleave. If it's not Dash, then the only other thing that makes any sense is Backflip at this point. I think it's Dash. That's a very reasonable way to spend 2 energy. As you can see here. 10 damage, mostly blocked. Taking 2, but that's okay. Can play Unload here. Lose Survivor. 1 strike and an Unload. I should have... that was closer than I should have... Yeah, that was closer than it should have been. I ought to have actually added it up to see whether this was lethal. I'm not going to be punished for it, probably, because I'm going to be able to do enough damage to kill regardless on my following turn, but that was a misplay. I don't think I need Finisher, so I will take Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is a flexible card, and because my elite fight is late, the fact that this is a skill doesn't bother me so much. Usually you don't want skills very early in your deck, because if you get Gremlin Knob, then skills hurt you. Is my deck good enough right now that I want removal? I think so. Doubt is not the worst curse. I'm basically netting 100 gold because at my first opportunity I'll get it out of my deck. But then that's another thing I have to remove from my deck, which already wants me to remove things from it. So I'm not sure this is a good idea. And I'll have plenty of money by the time I get to a shop, so let's not do that. Okay, options here. So one of them is just a kill. Let's do that. But not immediately, right, because it's Unload. So, neutralize first. That procs the curl up. Then, Cloak and Dagger, Strike, and Unload kills Louise, and we're left with this one next turn. I can't wait to forget and accidentally end up using Unload when I am not supposed to. Okay, all of these are attack cards, which I'm not sure my deck needs very much right now. Between Dash and Unload, I'm dealing enough damage, I would think. Even Cloak and Dagger, like, is a block card, but it also is an attack. I'm not excited about any of these cards, so we're just going to move on. Neutralize, then defend, full blocks, and I can strike. Or dash, rather, full blocks. Okay, my lethal here. 12, 26. Ah, I'm one short, damn it. If I play Blessing of the Forge right now, I win. Let's do that. Usually Blessing of the Forge is not that great. But this is a situation where that was the difference between me taking some damage and me winning immediately, which is usually worth a potion. Okay, we got Acrobatics. Acrobatics is usually a take. This is very rarely a bad idea. Flechettes can be good. This deck has a lot of good skills, so depending on how many skills you have, that might be fine, but at the moment I actually don't have that many skills, uncharacteristically for Silent. Usually a lot of the cards you pick up early on are skills, but I have not been doing that, so I'm just going to take Acrobatics, I think. Get more draw. That's usually what this deck wants. What do we upgrade? Usually Neutralize is a good card to upgrade unless I have a good reason for something else. Unload upgrade isn't that important. I don't think the dash upgrade matters that much. Yeah, let's just do Neutralize. The reason that the Neutralize upgrade is meaningful is that if it has 2 weak applied, then this card is good even on a turn when the enemy is not attacking. So I think I decided I'm not taking this elite fight, and instead taking these, like, 3 campfires this route. I'll be less stacked once I get to the boss, but I'll probably be more alive. So, can I kill one of these here? And secondarily, do I want to? These guys nerf you when they die, so you take more damage. I don't think there's any world where I don't play dash. So I'm going to do that. Neutralize plus strike is 10 damage. That's not quite enough to kill. Survivor is a full block. I am likely to draw enough to kill one of them next turn. So I think I'm going to play Neutralize on this guy, the one I'm not immediately killing, and then I'm going to play Survivor to full block. Oh, I didn't even need to. Crap. That was a misplay. I should have just used a strike there. Oops. Okay. Well, unfortunately for me, that was not a good play. But fortunately for me, it didn't matter. I don't care about discarding non-attacks until after I've played Cloak and Dagger, so let's do that. You're not obliged to play the Shiv immediately. Cool. Easy fight. And Acrobatics can draw Neutralize. Let's see if it does. It does, therefore I win. Power Potion is fun. Oh, we got Crippling Cloud. And Dagger Throw. Actually, all 3 of these are pretty good. It always feels bad to have Crippling Cloud in the same deck that you also have other 2-cost cards, like Dash, because then you could have a hand where you draw both, and then you can't play one of them. But that's a good problem to have. They're both good cards. They're not always useful. Or rather, one of them is not always useful in a situation where the other is. Also, it's occurred to me, Crippling Cloud is an excellent card against Slime Boss in particular. So, we're going to get that. And I'm going to upgrade it immediately. That is a no-brainer. 7 poison is way stronger than 4. And I got Ninja Scroll, which gives me 3 shivs at the start of each fight. That's okay, I guess. Game really wants me to play a Shiv deck, I suppose. I should try and find a Blade Dance then. That is convenient in this particular fight here. Because with these shivs, I can pretty easily burn you down. Actually, I don't even need to do that because I have unload. So, this is going to be a curb stomp regardless. I don't need to play this defense, so I'm just going to play unload now. Then I'll play 2 strikes and 3 shivs, and you're dead. Damn. Turn 1 win. That's not something that usually happens in Act 1 of this game. And 2 different kind of strategies for poison here. And Venom... I frankly think Envenom is not very good. This card, it looks like it would be great, but it only applies when the damage is unblocked. And often powerful enemies have block. And that's when you want to poison them. Because poison normally is useful because it breaks through block. I think I'm just going to go with Noxious Fumes. This is a more reliable choice. And it's better against Slime Boss as well. Do I want the question mark or do I want the fight? It would be handy to have card remove here, so I think we're going to upgrade and then see what this is. There we go, there's removal. Get out of here, Strike. And now let's go shopping. So we have, oh boy, we have some great options here. This is, by the way, why I like this deck so much. A lot of the cards in Silent are really cool and fun. Tactician is often a good card. There's a lot of ways for Silent to discard, and if you do, then you get energy. After Image is also really strong. Every time you play a card, you get block. The meal ticket is also interesting. I'm vaguely considering that, but probably not. I think the answer here is probably After Image. After Image is very strong. Particularly, well, I was going to say particularly since I start with 3 shivs. So that's immediate 3 block. But I also don't guarantee that I get this at the start of the fight. Although I can, because I think that the upgraded version of it is innate, isn't it? Well, never mind, I just bought it, so hopefully I'm right. That was a misclick. Pretty good misclick to have, though. Okay, let's fight our elite. It's Lagavulin, which is good for this deck, I think. Yeah, because I have poison. Yeah, poison setup's good for this. And then these shivs just end up in my deck, is what's going to happen. And that's fine. I'm happy to draw a shiv most of the time. Now we get Noxious Fumes. And I play Weaken here. And I'm going to play Cloak and Dagger just to get another shiv in my deck. Just a bunch of 0-cost attack cards. That's really good because I have Acrobatics in my deck. Ooh, the poison didn't wake him up. Interesting. Oh, right, because it applies at the end of the turn. Neat. Oh, well, in that case, we are looking great here with Crippling Cloud active. Now he's going to wake up and be poisoned for 10 and weakened. Pretty strong. Strong start. There's Acrobatics, which can draw any of these shivs if I want, or maybe other things. Yeah, we'll discard a Strike, I guess. Play another Neutralize. Shiv again. And every time I play a card, I'm getting block, which is terrific. I don't even need to attack because I have poison damage over time. And because of Noxious Fumes, the poison damage will ramp. So he will take more damage as the fight goes on. So there is no reason for me to not just full block here and take no damage. This is exactly the sort of strategy that this deck is good at. And this is going to weaken me, but I also don't care because you are poisoned for 16. So, this fight is over, eventually. You just don't know it yet. There we go. Click end turn, win. Bottled Flame. That's interesting. What attack would I want to start with every time? If this was a skill, the answer would be obvious. It's Crippling Cloud. But it's attack. I don't really consider any of these attacks to be super essential. I guess I would choose Neutralize. Yeah, let's bottle Neutralize. And we get Tools of the Trade. Oh man, Tools of the Trade is awesome. So now I'm discarding every turn, which is one of the reasons that Tactician is a good card. And I still don't need to heal because I did so well in my previous fight. Cool. Yeah, let's make Tools of the Trade free. That way I'm never conflicted about activating that. I wouldn't be anyway most of the time. Okay, so the trick here is he's going to deal a ton of damage to me on turn 3 unless I deal exactly 70 or more to him. So ideally, I want to be able to get him down to nearly 70 on turn 2, and then deal a ton of damage on turn 3 so that when he splits, the pair don't have that much health. And I have good cards to make that happen. So let's just go ahead and start attacking. No reason not to. I think... So, I am not playing Crippling Cloud right now because I want to save that for when the split happens. So we're going to discard that. And it's not super critical that I have either Noxious Fumes or Afterimage active right now. But I think I will still play Acrobatics. I drew both of them. That's not ideal. I might be taking some serious damage here, but I'll probably survive the following turn. I think Afterimage is not going to be the difference between surviving and not, so I'm just going to go with Noxious Fumes and then unload. $35 damage, so that's a lot, but I might still survive. I don't think I want to try and block here. But can I play enough damage to get through? I need to play 20 damage. I'm not getting there. So, instead, I think I'm just going to discard the strike. And yeah, we'll play Afterimage, and then Cloak and Dagger, get the Shiv damage, and then block there. And so I'm taking about 20 damage. Could be worse. We'll discard the Slimed. Okay, so now I have to be careful because I don't want him to split at 70. I want him to split at a lot less than 70, if possible. So I can only deal a total of 17 damage or less this turn. Ideally less. It'd be 18 if I played Unload and Neutralize. Strike and Neutralize is 10. That's probably better. Let's do that. Right, and that was correct, because I needed to take... He needed to take... what's the name? He needed to take poison damage as well. And that will factor in. Okay, so the slimes that spawn will have a total of 41 health, which is fine. Or 49, rather. Sorry. Seems like Acrobatics is the right card to play here. Now I weaken... And at this point it becomes attrition because I have Noxious Fumes, and eventually I'll also play Crippling Cloud. Okay, don't need to block anymore. We're going to focus down one of them. There's Crippling Cloud. And we'll unload this guy. So now after the poison damage, his spawns are going to be incredibly weak. I don't even need to bother fighting them because Poison Cloud will kill them. Although I might want to anyway, because they're going to deal 13, or they're going to deal 12 damage to me if I don't. So maybe I do actually want to just kill them both. Pro tip: don't take 24 damage. This would be a good spot to have shivs, actually, because I would much rather have just dealt 4 damage for free and then gone on. Oh well. Can't always get what you want. These guys split at 20, that's okay. I guess I'm blocking. Not the best hand in the world there, was it? Cool. Now we win next turn. Alrighty, that's how low Ascension is supposed to look. Just a total curb stomp. Alrighty, so my options here are Thousand Cuts, which is bad, Nightmare, which is potentially broken, and Wraith Form, which is also potentially broken. I am generally better at getting the Wraith Form strategy to work, I think, but Nightmare seems really nice when I have a couple of powerful poison cards in my deck. So we're going to do that. And my options here are Astrolabe, so I get to transform cards. Cursed Key gives me curses, which is not great. And Slaver's Collar. Slaver's Collar is the most conservative option. I just get free extra energy in boss and elite fights. But I think the best choice here is probably Astrolabe. Because then I could get rid of 3 of my remaining 4 strikes. And replace them with upgraded cards. What did I get? We pulled Alchemize, another Dash, and Eviscerate. Eviscerate wants me to discard. Honestly, 27 damage is worth 3 energy anyway, so there's no real downside to this card. And now we have a good option for Nightmare, because Nightmare on Alchemize is pretty abusive, as you might expect. I just get 3 free potions. Alchemize also means that I want to be playing potions in, like, every fight. Because that will make me win faster, and then I'll draw more potions with the card. Get them for free. Okay, so what's our path here? I don't have Golden Idol, unlike the last run, so question marks are not exactly a priority. I don't have an particularly enormous amount of money. Card upgrades are good, though. It looks like I am forced to have 2 elite fights. That's okay. Maybe I go this way. Aha. So this is the fight where you really want to be able to break through with poison. He has 3 artifact, which means I can't poison him immediately. But we can sure as hell debuff him to start with. And I even have time to play Afterimage. I have no reason to actually, like, direct attack this guy unless I don't have any choice in my hand. So I'm just going to leave the shivs. No, actually, the shivs are bad to have in my deck. Let's get rid of them. The shivs do take up space. I draw this. That's fun. Let's get... I need my poison cards to come in. Or rather, my remaining poison card. Because the only card left is Noxious Fumes. Let's play Gambler's Brew. And I'll get rid of Acrobatics and Unload. Dash is still useful because I can block him with it. And I can Nightmare Alchemize. I'm not getting a whole lot of value out of that, honestly. Maybe I am. Let's do it. Why not? It could be fun. Those are pretty good powers. I guess I'll Afterimage twice and, like, never die. And then we'll Nightmare Alchemize. And I think I still get to play it, right? Yeah, I do. So I get 4 potions for that. Pretty strong. Might as well play this. And it is Master of Strategy. That doesn't draw the potion cards immediately. I could gain Artifact. That doesn't really help. Chrysalis is good. Skills are good in this deck. Oh boy, I drew Catalyst. Nice. That's GG. We're going to discard Defend, I guess. Not super helpful here. Alchemize. Alchemize. That one's not helpful in this fight. Flex is not helpful in this fight. Let's just draw 3 more cards. Why not? And Alchemize. Oh, it's Ghost in a Jar! Nice! So now I am, like, literally invincible. I drew Catalyst at exactly the wrong time, unfortunately, but that's fine because I've got Noxious Fumes, which means this fight is on lock. Backflip is free. Cool. I need 22 lock. I can probably get to that. If I play Malaise, it will be down to like 14, I think. Yeah, Malaise probably works here. Yeah, there we go. Another good card. Don't care about damage cards. Also, because of Tools of the Trade, Eviscerate is almost always going to cost 2, which is even more efficient than that card already is. I drew Catalyst again. Let's just do it. Why not? Make the fight end sooner. Don't really need to do anything else. I guess I can play this. Why not? 23 block. Why not? I would really like to have Bouncing Flask. I think Bouncing Flask would improve my deck a lot. Tactician would also improve this deck a lot. Let's go with that. Ooh, After Image is pretty good here. With 3 shivs. How about that? We're going to neutralize the one I'm killing first. And then I just play Survivor. Tank some damage. I will also take some damage. Is there anything I can do to prevent that? Explosive Potion doesn't help. Flex Potion would have helped at the start of this fight. Maybe I should have done that. Oh well. This is not a good opportunity to use Ghost in a Jar. It's also not a good opportunity to use Nightmare, unfortunately. Usually that is a very good card, not in this situation. Explosive Potion is still not winning immediately. Discard a strike here, I think. Pretty hard not to use Crippling Cloud. Impossible not to use Crippling Cloud. And now I think Explosive Potion is worth it, because that'll guarantee this guy dies, and then I use Unload here. Or do I? What's my next hand? I get Alchemize and Dash. I deal 13 damage to him next turn, plus the poison is 25. He's left with like 15 health. He's going to have at least one more turn. I might need to kill him next turn. I think it's probably worth taking a little bit of damage here. Yeah, because now this kill is guaranteed. Awesome. And I get a potion. There's Blade Dance. In case I want that. I'm not sure I do. I guess I do. I mean, I have Cloak and Dagger in my deck, and I have After Image in my deck. And I have things that want me to discard. Very easy to discard shivs. Let's take it. Do I want the shop here? I guess so. There weren't a lot of other options, so we'll take it. I get the membership card. Probably not. I drew Catalyst. There we go. Catalyst is the win condition for this deck, so we're obviously taking that. I can afford card remove as well, unless I want one of these other things. Accuracy seems like it would be a good idea for this deck, but I find that that card's actually not that good. Usually the reason you're playing shivs is not because you want them to do a lot of damage, it's because you want them to like count as cards you have played. So I don't think accuracy is as helpful as it looks. We're just gonna go card remove, take out my last strike. Oh boy, got a lot of choices here. We definitely play this. Then this is a fight where I need to win fast, so probably Flex Potion is worth it. We'll alchemize, and I'm probably also going to play this energy potion. That was a good draw. And in fact, given that, maybe I play this now and then drop acrobatics. Yeah, let's do that. Unfortunately, I didn't get tactician, which is what I wanted, but that's alright. I'll drop this defend, play after image, and now we'll play all of the shivs and stuff. I think I'm not playing nightmare. There's not really something that I need to nightmare. This guy gains block after you attack him, so I need to deal high damage quickly. Although, right, I used flex, so I do get +5 on all of them. Actually, that makes Blade Dance more worthwhile. Alright, well, we'll see how much damage I can push through. Noxious Fumes. And then neutralize, and I guess I'll start hitting him with shivs. We'll see how much I can push through. A fair amount of damage. Nice. This is not the right time to have Catalyst, unfortunately. And I will definitely get around to it again, so I'm just going to discard Catalyst. Play Cloak and Dagger. Shiv is my only attack this turn. That's okay. Get rid of one of these, and then play a last one, and we're at 23. Nice. This deck defends very well. There's some value. Unfortunately, I can't get value from Eviscerate except by discarding Crippling Cloud. Do I want to do that? I think I do. I think I win this not by waiting for Fume's ramp, but by just attacking him a lot immediately. So we're going to do this. Now Eviscerate costs 1. Now he's dead. There we go. Die is also okay. Do I want that more than I want Acrobatics again? I might want Acrobatics more than Die. I'm pretty good at Cleave anyway because I have Noxious Fumes. Pretty hard to get better at Cleave than Noxious Fumes. And I've been ignoring Reflex. I don't think Reflex is that great. Tactician is excellent, but I think Reflex is kind of bad. Usually I'd rather draw one card than draw this card, which I then have to replace with another card and then another one. So it nets me an extra card, I guess, maybe. If I can manage to play it, which is not always. With Tactician, though, that card gets you an extra energy. In fact, when upgraded, it gets you 2 extra energy, and that is definitely worth it, because that means you're playing more powerful cards. Reflex will give you more options, but I think having more energy is better. Particularly for Silent, which usually doesn't have a lot of ways to ramp energy. That's something Ironclad is good at, and it's also something that Defect is good at, but it's not something that Silent is good at. With all the strikes removed from my deck, I don't actually have a lot of attacks, but I also don't care. Because, I mean, I do have attacks. They're just better attacks than strike. Maybe not as many of them. But it's mostly skill cards that are causing me to win. So, I think acrobatics helps me win more than die does. We'll take an event here. I would rather not lose 21 max HP. Sorry. And I gained 5 cards that are kind of mediocre. So there are a few upgrade priorities now. Catalyst, when upgraded, is amazing. That needs to get upgraded before the end of the act. Is that possible? 1, 2. Yeah, I have 2 more campfires before the end of the act. 1 less if I choose to take this elite, which I'm probably not going to. I think the priority right now is getting my initial setup, and having After Image innate means that I'm always getting 3 block from the shivs that I start with, so I'm getting at least some value out of that Ninja Scroll. Oh man, it would be great here to have the Golden Idol, but unfortunately I don't. So I can lose a substantial chunk of my health, or be cursed. Decay is one of the worst curses. I will have no opportunity to remove Decay before the end of the act. Uh-oh. I guess I have to do this. Which means I probably need to rest here. Ooh, Kunai! Okay. Kunai in combination with Ninja Scroll means I'm starting every fight with 3 block and 3 dexterity. So I'm ultra invincible. I just rested. So maybe this is my opportunity to fight another elite here. I am a bit worried that I won't be able to use this campfire to upgrade Catalyst. So I think I'm going to go this way. Writhe is no problem for this deck, so I'm going to do this. I don't get Writhe. Instead, I get Paper Crane, which is also really good for this deck. So Weak is more powerful. And this deck inflicts Weak in a couple different ways. We got Book of Stabbing. Once again, I have a pretty good opening hand here. We're going to play After Image, because obviously. Then I think we'll choose Colorless. Dark Shackles means I just full block. Let's do that. So you're useless now on this turn, so I can do whatever I want now. Play Alchemize. I got Power Potion. That is most useful right away, so I'm going to use that. And Wraith Form is not at all useful to me right now, so I would be holding that card until later. So probably on like turn 3 or 4, I might draw that again. It's going to get shuffled back into my deck, so there's no guarantee of that. I'm not sure I like that idea. I think it's probably going to be 1,000 cuts. Because accuracy is going to deal an extra 12 damage this turn. 1,000 cuts is definitely going to deal more than that over time. Alright, neutralize. Shiv, shiv, shiv. Got my dexterity boost. And Crippling Cloud. That was a very good turn 1. We'll full block. Get the rest of my setup done. This would take him to 16 poison. I think this is going to be better the second time around. I probably play Dash here. Dash Survivor is a full block and a deal 10 damage. It's kind of hard to beat that. There's Tactician. Hashtag value. Blade Dance will deal more damage and also block. Blade Dance is a pretty good card in this deck, as it turns out. Thank you, Kunai. Kunai makes Blade Dance 100% worth it. If there was any doubt, it's good now. Just casually 38 block. You know, why not? And yeah, there now Catalyst is actually good. But if I Nightmare it, I win next turn. But can I survive that, is the problem. Do I maybe have to use Ghost in Jar here? Or is Skill Potion going to be good enough? This would be the turn to get 39 block. I think regardless, I'm not going to be able to play Nightmare here, so let's discard that. There's 15 from Dash. Okay, we're okay. Because, fortunately, weak is really good, because I have Paper Crane. So, this was not a problem. Or at least it was not as much of a problem as it looked like it was going to be. There, now I can even use Catalyst here. Terrific. I'm only taking 2 damage. And now I win. Terrific. Oh boy, Toy Ornithopter is great for this deck. I'm getting like all the relics that are good for this deck in particular. Second Tools of the Trade, second Cloak and Dagger. Calculated Gamble is really strong. There's a lot of situations where this card will save you. I'm gonna do that. Got a chest. Oh boy, it's Ornamental Fan! Oh man, so now I'm blocking even more every turn. And I got another shop. Why, thank you. I feel like taking Footwork is a good idea here. Right? Like, now I'm getting even more decks. So the strategy here is to kill this guy as quickly as possible, because otherwise he will heal both of them. Let's play Skill Potion. Oh, I get Nightmare for free, huh? Which one would I want, is the problem, though. I don't have any way to inflict poison right now, so I couldn't, like, multiply the poison damage by 8, which is what that would normally do. I think I'm going to assume that this fight will go on for a while, and eventually this will be insane. Let's trigger all my effects. I got Kunai and Ornamental Fan to work twice there. Pretty good. Also, Eviscerate becomes free because oh man, that is crazy good. Eviscerate becomes free because of Unload. I can't believe this is a deck where Unload is good. I've never seen that before. Unload usually kind of sucks. Okay, so here I think I use dash? Or do I try to full block? Just let him not be armored next turn. That's probably better. What am I drawing? I mean, there's several things I could draw that would not be helpful, or more helpful than just a block or dash. So I think I just go dash Survivor, and I'm fine. Okay, so I play Acrobatics, and that's free because of Tactician. In fact, it's better than free, because Tactician Plus gives me 2 energy. Tools of the Trade goes up. Let's use Footwork. Now I have 4 Dexterity, so all of my block cards are at +4 block. It's pretty nuts. And now I'm full blocked. Let's just play Noxious Fumes. I don't want Nightmare this turn. Also, I get a free one eventually. Right? That's still free, isn't it? No, it was free this turn. Okay, well, whatever. That was a bad choice. But now I know not to do that. Definitely playing this. And this, right? Yeah. Eviscerate's definitely going to be playable this turn. Man, this deck is mean. I like it. Play Survivor just for fun. Catalyst. There, take 28 damage. I think Strength Potion is better than Flex. I don't really need Liquid Bronze. I also don't need any of these cards. And it looks like I do actually get to upgrade Catalyst. That is great. So the way I win this fight is by using Nightmare on Catalyst, eventually. By some manner of means. We're going to use the Strength Potion. And After Image, Alchemize. I got a Speed Potion, that's fine. No reason not to use Noxious Fumes. That is the perfect first draw. And we'll get our +1 dex from Shivs. Footwork on turn 2 is also pretty great. So if I play Survivor and Cloak and Dagger, I'm blocking a total of 22, I think? That's good. That's good enough. 23, actually, because I'll get the extra block from Shiv. Or 24. Apparently, I can't do math. The rampage continues. Crippling Cloud is obvious here, and then I play Calculated Gamble. Tools of the Trade is great here, and Blade Dance is also great here. Yeah, if I play another 6 damage, he dies next turn. In fact, he dies this turn, actually. I should have dealt that damage to this one. Oops, that was kind of a misplay. So we drew Catalyst. Is it possible here to draw Nightmare? Nope. Oh well. What is 14 times 3? How much damage am I getting from that? That's 42 poison. That's a lot. He will eventually clear it. Or she, I don't know. I think I've heard she for this boss. Not that anybody could tell. This will only ever get better the longer I wait. So I think I should wait. We will make sure that I kill this guy this turn. That's not a problem. I guess we'll dash, why not? Got the +1 dexterity from it. So now I get super debuffed. There's Nightmare. Darn it. Well, I do have Calculated Gamble with Nightmare would not help. If I manage to draw Nightmare and if I manage to draw... Oh, I can't, actually. This is irritating. The question is, do I actually want Calculated Gamble here? I guess if I Blade Dance, then that's 3 more cards for this to discard. So I get that replaced with 3 more good cards. I think I drop Nightmare here. Because I can't play Gamble and Blade Dance and also Nightmare, even if I somehow manage to draw Catalyst with Nightmare. Yeah. That is the play. Rare situation where I draw Tactician and can't play it. Kind of unusual. But I totally can play Eviscerate, which is good. Deal 2 weak. I guess I just play both Defends and Eviscerate. Is that good enough? Suppose that's good enough. Don't need to use any of my potions this turn. I don't want to discard a Shiv. I don't need block cards, though. This is not a great hand. Better to get it now than later, though. Guess that's what you get for discarding Shivs. I need a lot of block this turn. So unload is probably a bad idea. Damn it! Okay, here it probably is worth it. Because that triples it to 60. That's a lot of damage. And then, is Speed Potion good enough to survive here? It's only blocking 5 damage. That's not worth it. Just gonna tank. There's Nightmare. See you later, Nightmare. Oh, she's so close. It's fine, we got this. Second after image, huh? That's an option. Malaise is also a good choice. I don't think I need 2 after images. Maybe I do. I don't know if I've ever had 2 after images in the same deck before. Kind of obvious synergy. Particularly with these 2 cards. Maybe that's what I want. Let's do it. And I got Runic Pyramid, Pandora's Box, and Wristblade. Runic Pyramid is the most powerful card, or the most powerful relic in the game. We're going to take that immediately. I got Donu Deka as our boss, and Donu Deka is, I think, by far the best matchup for Silent of the 3. Watcher is by far the worst. Donu Deka is the most vulnerable to, like, Poison Ramp. Alrighty, what's our path? Not a lot of merchants here. I think I'm going this way. I want to try and get poison up here, if possible. Now I gamble. Footwork Survivor is the same amount of block as Dash. I'll take a little damage here. That's fine. There's Tactician. There's Noxious Fumes. You're dead. And now I just have to survive. These guys hurt you if you attack them, because they're spiky. Oh boy, I'm gonna Nightmare Crippling Cloud this turn, probably. Actually, no, that's not a good idea. I don't have the energy for that. I really need to upgrade Nightmare so it's more playable. I don't think I've played it once effectively. Oh, right! I have Runic Pyramid, so I don't discard anything anymore. Cool. I mean, unless I choose to. So I can just wait for that to line up properly. This is why Runic Pyramid is the best item in the game, by the way, if that wasn't clear. I think Speed Potion is the least useful of these. Fire Potion's pretty good, though. We'll keep that. Not for this fight. It's not necessary for this fight. But I do get to Nightmare Catalyst if I want. That's kind of not necessary to win here. I'm just going to full defend. And then Catalyst this guy. Don't even need to play this. There goes Shiv again. Or, there goes Tactician again. More value. Tools of the Trade really helps Runic Pyramid, because one of the issues with Runic Pyramid is that your hand gets stacked with stuff you can't use. And you do have a limit in this game. There's a 10-card hand limit. So if you're not able to play things, or if it's actively bad to play things, it's nice to be able to discard sometimes. Okay, well, I don't need to bother anymore about this. There we go. That's a win. Unupgraded Terror I don't think is all that good. I'm already dealing enough damage, and I'm not really dealing damage by attacking vulnerable things. I mean, I could. I think I have the thing that makes... No, I don't, actually. Because that was my previous run that had that. That's an Ironclad relic. Yeah, vulnerable isn't the way that I win here. This is a good battle to have a poison strategy. Unfortunately, I can't play Eviscerate, much as I would like to. I'm going to try to keep all of these guys at about the same health. Wow, man, I think this might actually be a turn where I have to play Ghost in a Jar. That sucks. That's a lot of damage. They gave me Poison Potion. That's fine. I can actually Nightmare Catalyst, but I have nothing to do with it right now. Tactician will happen later, so will Tools of the Trade. We're still waiting on the good cards at the moment. Which means I should probably use Calculated Gamble, shouldn't I? Yeah. That is still not ideal, but I do now have time to get that up. And I need to make more room in my hand. So again, unload has surprising utility. Okay, now they're all not attacking. That's good. There we go. That's looking good. Now I can play both of these and Crippling Cloud. Terrific. I'm going to discard a defend. I can play Eviscerate this turn, I think. Yeah, because I have Acrobatics here. I have Acrobatics and Survivor, actually. So, Eviscerate is very playable. Let's do that. I will weaken you, because I can damage you. 27 damage to you. And I'm full blocked, so let's go ahead and use this. These guys will both die at the end of next turn, so I'm just going to break your armor and gain more dexterity. Oh, I probably should have attacked you. Oops. Oh, never mind. I'm incorrect. Catalyst is a win. Killing all three of those guys at the same time is helpful because they regenerate if you don't. Well-laid plans is entirely redundant because I have Runic Pyramid. Infinite Blades is actively bad with Runic Pyramid. I don't need any more draw, I don't think. So I'm skipping these. Grade all my cards, huh? I mean, most of my cards are upgraded, so that's not all that helpful. I think I fight a boss. And it's Hexaghost. That's fine. Pretty easily deal with Hexaghost. Let's use Flex Potion. Why not? Gonna deal a lot of damage this turn, so might as well. I get to play Tactician next turn. Oh, actually, no, I get to play it this turn. Didn't even notice I had Acrobatics there. Neat. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Just casually block for 30. Why not? If I play Unload, then Eviscerate is free. Are my other cards doing anything for me at the moment? I don't really need Poison to break through here. I think I'm able to just win. So, I'm going to play After Image. Defend once, I guess. And then Unload Eviscerate. I want to keep Acrobatics around. I think we discard just a Defend here. Good enough. Put up Poison. Acrobatics. Get rid of this. And now Eviscerate is playable. And neutralize. I can now afford to Nightmare. So let's go ahead and do that, and that's my win condition. Sweet. So now I just have to make sure that I play enough cards to be able to have that in my hand next turn. Which I can easily do, because I have Unload. So we'll triple its poison right away, and then Unload. And now I will have enough room in my hand to draw all 3 Catalysts and win. Don't even need to take the burn damage. There you go. 297 poison damage. Lizard Tail is just a free revive. That's pretty good. And I get what? Nothing I care about. Okay. Do I want Flex Potion? Probably not. I think Fire Potion is probably better than Flex. Do I want another event? I'll get another fight here. Let's do another event. Oh boy, that was worth it. I'm now better at elite fights. And it's this guy. Not a big fan of this guy, I have to say. But I have Nightmare Catalyst, which means I can actually kill this thing, which is an achievement in this game that I don't think I have yet in the Steam release. Well, cool. I'm not going to do that immediately, though, because the priority right now is just to deal enough damage to get going here. It's not entirely necessary to block in this fight, usually. Oh, I forgot to play After Image. Oops. That was a mistake. It's fine, I'll take 3 damage. I can afford it. I'm gonna play Crippling Cloud. And Fire Potion. And I'll play Survivor, drop this block. That's good, that's what we need. Acrobatics goes up. Mostly I'm just playing this to get Tactician. Because now I can Nightmare Catalyst. And that in combination with the Poison Potion should be enough. I'm tanking a lot of damage in order to do it. Maybe that's fine. Next turn I triple it again and it will die. You don't actually have to kill this thing, you just have to survive. But because I can, I'm going to kill it. I'm pretty sure Silent is the only deck in the game that can do that. Took a bunch of damage in that fight. Let's just heal. My only priority at to the end of this at this point is just upgrading Nightmare so it's more possible to play that combo. Rather, so it's easier to play that combo. This guy alternates turns of taking 0 damage and dealing a lot of damage. I don't necessarily care because I have Runic Pyramid, so I can play whatever I want when I need it. This is kind of an awkward hand. But he is intangible this turn anyway, so doesn't matter that much. I guess this is a good time to play Nightmare. And if I play Calculated Gamble here, it gives me energy from Tactician. No reason not to do that, I suppose. I get a block potion, sure. And then I guess I play another After Image. Now, I am entirely at liberty to play these, so there's no necessity to play them immediately. If I play Duplication Potion on Dash, that gives me 28 block. Survivor would bring me up to 39. That's good enough. I'm also dealing damage here. Which, you know, that doesn't... The amount that matters is not 0. I won't need Dash again. Now he's intangible, but I have the opportunity to play this, so let's go ahead and do that. I think I can just start with 7 and that'll be enough. Yeah. Alright, so as soon as he becomes tangible again, he's dead. Like I said, Catalyst is this deck's win condition. Maulbank is terrible. That was not a good draw. It's fine. I have more than enough good draws. For example, here's another Catalyst. I don't need any more cards. My deck is good enough. I could take cards out. But I don't need... because I don't really need any more cards, there's no reason for me to do hallway fights anymore. If I don't have to. So I'm just going to take events. It was a hallway fight anyway. Oh well. I think Noxious Fumes here is better than Crippling Cloud. Yeah, this game's Catalyst is significantly better than a certain other game's Catalyst, I have to say. You do have to care about the repulsors because they add cards to your deck, and that is actually annoying for this deck. This deck really doesn't want to have cards and added to it for no reason. Do I calculated gamble here? Just for the extra block? I think I do. It's not like I discard the cards. Thanks, Riddick Pyramid. Yeah, a couple days coming in. Not what you like to see. Catalyst, though, that is what you like to see. Bye, Spirit Guardian. Nice knowing you. Also, you have 22 damage showing here. That's unfortunate. I think I just play dash here. This guy dies next turn, and then I tank some damage, but it's not too bad. Actually, I might as well just play the block potion here and take nothing. Not like I'm short on potions. There we go. That's just a win. Oops, I forgot to play Alchemize. Shit. Missed a potion. What did I just say? This upgrades 2 attacks. Okay, that's fine. Ugh, these guys again. I hate this fight. This is my least favorite fight in Slay the Spire. Oh, I should have played After Image first. Darn. Is it so hard to remember to play that card? I think I play Calculated Gamble here. Oh, that was not a good draw. Darn. Okay. Next turn, I guess. Hey, got the Ghost in a Jar back. Wonderful. Also, this happened. That's cool. Man, I am loving this deck. This deck is the best. Oh, that's Distilled Chaos. That's not... I thought that was Duplication Potion. Distilled Chaos is significantly less good. So that'd be 3 random cards out of these. Or 2 more random cards out of these. That's not too helpful. Because it would be random targets as well. Okay, fine. So as long as I can deal 2 damage to this guy, I win. Which I can do. Bane is a good damage card for this deck, but I don't need those. While it is tempting to upgrade Nightmare here, I think I need to take this elite fight. In case things go super south and I need to heal. Now we'll play Distilled Chaos, though. Mostly because it's not that good and I wanted to get rid of it so I could play Alchemize. Cultist Potion, oh boy! The last fight in this game is going to be great. I don't want to discard Catalyst here. So I think I'm just going to play Eviscerate for 1 and have that be good enough. I don't need to block this thing. I'll end up killing that with poison anyway. So I'm okay here as long as I can deal a couple damage points to this guy and block 9. Blocking 9 is not difficult for this deck. Blade Dance accomplishes both of those things very easily, so all I have to do is make room in my hand for it. Play Footwork. Defend, I guess. And Blade Dance. There we go. Block is where we need it to be. He's going to summon, I think, 2 more of those. Yeah. And now he deals a lot of damage, but we got it on the turn when I needed that. Perfect. And we're well on our way to making use of this. I guess if there's not an efficient way to deal with this without using Ghost in the Jar, then I'll just use Ghost in the Jar. There are worse fates. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't see a good way to do this without using Ghost in a Jar here, or taking a ton of damage. So I guess that's what we'll do. It seems bad to do that, but I mean, I don't really see what else I'm doing here. There, now I just win. We're good. Oh boy! +1 dex at the start of every fight. And Liquid Memories. Love it. Second Crippling Cloud, is that reasonable? I guess yes, actually, because I'm fighting Donor Deca. It is very unlikely that I'll be able to upgrade it, but that's okay. The priority is being able to upgrade Nightmare. Because having Nightmare cost 3 is really irritating. That makes it very difficult to play. Glowing Tesseract. I can get a colorless card? Sure, let's see. What are my options? I don't care about any of those. Don't really care about any of those. Oh, well, okay. That was worth it. Sadistic Nature is one of the best cards for this deck. That deals 5 damage every time you inflict a debuff. Guess what? Poison is a debuff. That's a shame. Whatever. I'll just lose 4 max HP. I'm not resting here anyway, so that doesn't matter. Okay. What's my last upgrade? I was gonna say it's pretty obvious that it would be Crippling Cloud, but Sadistic Nature upgrade is also possible here. I don't think that's a good idea. The additional 2 damage per debuff there is usually not meaningful. Upgraded Cloak and Dagger gives me a 2nd Shiv, but I don't think that matters too much. I'm just going to upgrade the 2nd Crippling Cloud. Okay, here we go. Final boss for this run. So we're going to start with Cultist Potion, because obviously. And Afterimage. Now I'm going to play Noxious Fumes. Neutralize. Just start hitting you with shivs. I'm going to save this shiv in case I can get my counter up to 3 with it, because in a fight like this, that will actually matter. And I'm going to use Calculated Gamble. I drew Eviscerate, that's terrific. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play Survivor here, so I full block, and I'm going to discard Crippling Cloud. That way I can use Liquid Memories to play it at will for free. This is not a particularly good hand, but that can be fixed, theoretically. Let's play Swift Potion. Insert your own Taylor Swift joke here. I don't know enough about her music to make one. I don't think Nightmare Catalyst works yet. This is kind of awkward. I was really hoping that I would get Tools of the Trade, but unfortunately I'm drawing all of these cards at the end of my deck rather than the start of my deck. Not ideal. Tools of the Trade really helps with Runic Pyramid, so now I just have to find a way to play a lot of cards so I can get them out of my hand. And also, you know, I have to block 26 damage. That's, you know, maybe important. Maybe. I'll play Footwork, Afterimage. Probably should have played Afterimage first. Oh well. And I guess Blade Dance. Get another Dexterity, block more attacks. There we go. And what I was waiting for to play, oh, my mouse died? My mouse died. Oops. That's not good. Thought I charged it. Oh well. One moment. I would put it on the technical difficulty screen, but I can't click it. Alrighty. We play Tools of the Trade. Liquid Memories for Crippling Cloud, so I play it for free. What I was waiting for to do that was for both of their artifact to be removed. Nightmare Catalyst. And now I think the rest of this fight just doesn't matter. Because next turn I draw 3 Catalysts. And I discard Tactician. So I can play all 3 of them, and also do other things. There we go. Now they're both taking about 100 damage per turn. Also, I'm going to use Crippling Cloud again. Why not? So Dekka is dead next turn. No reason not to do that. I had another Catalyst in there somewhere. I guess because my deck already had one. Or my deck already had 2, rather. There we go, we win. GG. I told you I am okay with Silent. Silent is fun. Unlocked Ascension 4. Nice. What do I get on Ascension 4? Harder bosses. Okay. Well, that'll be all for me tonight. And I will see you later on with maybe some more of this, maybe some more Honor Mode. We'll see. Have a nice night. Rest in peace, my mouse's battery, apparently. I'll have to see about that.